I'm still up at this hour reading through the trial record of a certain case. It's the first case my mentor, Mia Fey, had ever handled in a court of law. The horrifying truth that I refuse to accept is holding me hostage within its pages. Fucking relax, dude. It's... yeah. Talia Hawthorne. What I've read, I don't want to believe. What is written here, this isn't the Dahlia I knew. After falling into Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved. But I ended up catching a cold that seemed to knock me around the world and back. I feel dizzy, my ears are ringing, my throat burns, and my head is on fire. But I will recover. I have to recover by this afternoon. I have to meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable. Ill-tempered is not the word I'd use to describe him. But I know that he will be able to help me with him, somehow. Right. Are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little green in the face. Or maybe Viridian, in artist speak. Actually, my fever's gone down quite a bit. How's your temperature now? Only 102.2 degrees. Nothing to worry about. Cough, 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 cough. Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive despite the circumstances. We're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon. Yeah. In the end, the Shichichicho did not deliver the deadly blow. Which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we don't know about. Another sword, huh? Don't you worry about a thing, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself, or I'll eat my coat. Thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here. That is probably for the best. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into, and that is our client's background, naturally. You mean Iris, sir? I have the feeling that we've met before. All I want is confirmation, one way or the other. And since I probably won't be getting that from you, I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I bid you adieu, Wright. Take care. Guess I should get going, too. Why? Do you need to be somewhere? Yeah, I gotta get to work on this bridge, pal. I'm rigging something up so we can get across the other side. That's right. Maya's still stuck on the other stuck over at the inner temple. To be honest, shouldn't really be that hard, given that most of the structure of the bridge is still intact. Like, if these wires were gone, that'd be a real problem. But don't you worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know. Thank you, Gumshoe. Cough, cough. Cough, cough, cough. No problem, pal. Just try not to give me that cough of yours, okay? Alright, I'm off. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out, I promise. But in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. Alright. Looks like no one's here. Larry! Laurice! I was sure he'd be hiding here. Guess I'll have to try again later. How disappointing. Come on, please. It's for art's sake, I swear. There's only one guy I know who could be this persistent and high-strung. I'm talking about the heroine here. The heroine in my book. It'll make you famous. Ah! Enough. A fool's fool. Fools who foolishly accept the foolishness of a fool's fool. Wouldn't you agree, Phoenix Wright? Huh? Me? Wait a second, I know you. Ow! Your reflexes and mine need to shape up. My brain's frying like a sunny side up and you want to grill me over a name. Francie, you can't do that. Even as we speak, Nick's on the brink of death. Or so I'm told. Whip a dead horse. Isn't that one of your American sayings? No, it's not, and I'm not on the brink of anything. Come on, Nick. Tell her, would ya? Tell her she needs to model for my new picture book, Fransie's Whippity Whip Trip. That would be astonishingly good. Before you ask me to model, learn to at least give a semi-coherent testimony. And before that, you'll have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry. God damn, they just get a little worse every game, don't they? At first, they were like kinda hard on Larry, you know. Then he wasn't really in the second game that much. No, he wasn't in the second game, was he? No, I'm thinking of the Master Mask one. That was this game. Was he in the second? I don't remember if he was in the second game. He has to have been. I don't remember. Whatever. The order of events is all fucked in my mind.
I don't care what anyone says. I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw. She flew, I'm telling you. Whoosh. Just like that dude with the red underwear. Don't think I'm gonna forgive you guys when you come crawling back to apologize.
Sigh. Off he goes. It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Phoenix Wright. Have you been in Germany all this time? That's right. Extending my perfect win record, naturally. Right, yeah, Oh joy, sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it really been a year since we first met? Blah, 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 the prodigy, blah, 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 revenge. Franziska was born and raised in Germany and became a prosecutor at the age of 13. Her father was the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma, otherwise known as the Ghoul. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years, but now he's gone from this world. Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me, because of what happened to your father. What the fuck's wrong with you? It is not about her father, we know this. Phoenix Wright, you will fall before me, this I promise. But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear? Yes, Crystal. In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading the defense. Edgeworth. Come to think of it. Edgeworth was pulled into being a prosecutor by Manfred von Karma as well. Miles Edgeworth told me something very interesting, you know. He said this case has a special significance to you. Because it does. And that's precisely why I am here. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy-weensy pieces all the better. Really hard to imagine her saying teensy-weensy. It's probably the fever, but she's so openly hostile that it's almost kinda cute. She's the best character in the fucking series, you're damn right. No smirking. No whipping the sick. That foolish fool doing such a foolish favor for such a foolishly foolish fool. Edgeworth. Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. I came here for one thing and one thing only. To pulverize you. Exterminate. It's not like I thought you were here to bring me some Cold Killer X, you know. I went over the whole case file on the flight over. You read the whole thing? Yes, every last word of every last sentence of every last paragraph. All the ridiculous things you did made it a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross a burning bridge. Did you even consider the dangers? No. The only thought in my mind was I have to get across. A fool who doesn't think is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks. Gumshoe said he'd let me know once the bridge was repaired. Maya, she's gotta be okay. I just know it. Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened at the Inner Temple that night. Is there anything I should present to you? You want to talk about this picture? Guess not. Alright. What's going on in the hall? That was one long sigh. Sister Bikini? My, I didn't know you were here! How are you doing? Wahaha, wahaha. You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I've made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? I let Mystic Elise die, and then there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise? Now that I think about it, There's an acolyte stuck at the Inner Temple. And that poor little girl has gone missing too. That little girl? You don't mean Pearls, do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do, and for some reason Bikini's the only one who's been concerned about it this entire time. Yeah, wait, you already knew Pearl was missing, Elise told you. You didn't care then either. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearls? She's missing? Why didn't anyone tell me? Elise told you she couldn't find her. Whatever. I must be getting old. I think I've seriously lost faith in myself. Are you talking about your performance at the trial today? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mystic Elise's body that night. I'm certain of it. At least I was until this morning. I don't see any psyche locks, so she must be telling the truth. So, why are you so unsure of yourself all of a sudden? Well, you know, it's pretty easy to be sure of yourself until someone, you know, shoves a bunch of evidence in your face, and then you're like, am I crazy, actually? Did I not see what I thought I saw? You know that artist who testified after me?
I saw Iris flying, her white hood fluttering. I felt like I might start flying myself.
When I saw that man testifying so fervently about something so impossible, I started to wonder if I had acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. I wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but all he draws is trouble and nothing else. Pretty good line, actually. If both Bikini and Larry are telling the truth, that can only mean one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw. On the night of the incident, you met Iris at the Inner Temple, is that correct? That's right, I'm sure it was Iris. But Iris claims she was in her room in Hazakura Temple. I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night. But because you did, Maya's stuck all by herself at the Inner Temple. Do you feel bad yet? Would you perhaps feel guiltier if I reminded you that Mystic Elise is dead because of this also?
I'm so sorry. The drafts in that place were nothing to shake a stick at. Winter is especially bad.
Like, you know, it's all well and good saying, oh, well, if you hadn't done this wouldn't have happened. But, like, you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's not like she could foresee the future and know someone was gonna get murdered, you know? In the context of everything, I don't think it was unreasonable. I didn't actually read that one. Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know. Earthquakes? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if the next big one levels the training hall. We've got to get Maya out of there, fast. But still, there's really no need to worry. That area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated like an island. It's like an island? How so? Well, you see, it's hard to get to, Phoenix. Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the Inner Temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river or the forest. Wait, if it's surrounded by the forest, then why is it isolated? Because, you know, when I imagine, like, the other side of the cliff being, like, an island, I imagine just, like, a plateau, basically. If it's got forest on the other side, that doesn't isolate it at all. Just go through the fucking forest. So a criminal would be trapped should they choose to flee in that direction. As long as the bridge is out of commission, he or she will have to stay there. That means Maya could be stuck out there with a murderer and with no way of escape either. Oh dear, yes, I suppose it does. Please, Gumshoe, get that bridge up faster. I'm curious about a few things if you don't mind answering some questions. Oh, do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something? No. I want to know a little more about the victim, Miss Elise. I'm afraid I don't know her waist size, or her bust size for that matter. What's the fucking point then? No, I'm wondering why she came to stay in a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself she wasn't here for spiritual training. My, you make it sound like this place is some sort of dump, Mr. Wright. Mystic Elise was here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know. There's like nothing here, though. There. You did it again, Sister Bikini. I noticed you always refer to Miss Dumont as Mystic Elise. Oh? Yes. Now, why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte. We addressed all our visitors as mystic. It makes their experience feel more authentic. Right, so, problem. That's transparently not true. And anyway, she's older than me. You must respect your elders, you know. You don't usually call your elders mystic, though, do you? How old are you compared to Elise? You're 48? We don't even know. How old is she then? Why do you know how old she is, but we don't? How do you know that? How can you say for sure that she's older than you? Fucking excellent question. Could it be Elise isn't who she appears to be? I'm getting a subtle hint. It seems Miss Elise was no ordinary visitor after all. And there's Pearls. She was with Miss Dumont on the evening of the murder, and now she's vanished. It's all gotta be connected somehow. Why did Pearls have to get mixed up in this mess? Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together. He wasn't worried until about 15 minutes ago, despite being explicitly told at one point she was missing. Oh man, my head's throbbing so bad, it's killing me. Pearls, yeah, everybody's having a real rough time right now, aren't they? Franziska probably hasn't slept in like a day or more, and Phoenix is like about to keel over. Pearls, she was with Miss Dumont on the night of the murder, remember? Except she told you herself she couldn't find Pearls. Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know. I was busy preparing for the training. I didn't see the little darling once after we finished eating dinner. The murder. It didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? According to the detective, she hasn't turned up at her home either. Come on, keep calm. There's one place left where Pearls could be. She just has to be there. Come on, Gumshoe. Tell me you'll be done with the repairs soon. Surely we can't do that yet. Surely we can't break that many psyche locks. This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. It's hard to imagine she was lying on the stand, so... Maybe there was yeah, nobody's ever done that. Maybe there are some clues that have yet to be found. I keep looking at this, like, hole right here. Like, it stands out so much. Would you... Oh, fuck, I didn't click on it. Miss Dumont's staff. I definitely remember there being a crystal sphere attached to the staff. I guess Larry eventually found the sphere near the foot of Dusky Bridge, but... What was it doing all the way out there? Oh, boy. Wait till you find out what happened. The main gate's on the other side of that stone wall. The difference in elevation is almost 10 feet. That's how steep this hillside is. And that's also the height the body fell from, according to the autopsy. Is it possible Miss Dumont was pushed from the top of the wall? Fuck. That building up there is the main hall. It was where we were staying. It sits kind of funny because it was built on a very steep slope. If you enter from the main gate side, these rooms above me are on the ground floor. Apparently, are they really on the ground floor, though? You know? 'Cause, I mean, I guess, like, it's a matter of perspective, isn't it? Apparently, Miss Dumont was staying in the corner room. I guess that's where she was pushed from that night. Oh, if only it was something so normal. The Shichishito. It's right in Mystic Ami's right hand. But it was proven in court today that it wasn't the murder weapon. Given the design, it must have been used for some pretty gruesome things in the past. There are a few of these stone lanterns scattered around in this courtyard. Without the city glare to compete with, I imagine they would seem a lot brighter. I guess Sister Bikini must light them now, since Iris can't be here. Sure. Quite a bit of snow built up on Eagle Mountain. Around here, skis aren't just for fun, they're tools for getting around. But the sled, well, that's gotta be for Bikini's own personal entertainment. So we have nothing to add, despite you saying that there might be more clues here, huh? Nothing at all? You never know. Okay, I guess not. Oh, nope, nope. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here.
Hey!
What was that jarring, inconsiderately loud yell? So this is where you've been. Keep it nice and warm, I see.
Detective,
Have you finished repair the bridge? Yeah, I did. Told you I'd let you know.
well, then I'll come along with you and...
Sorry, ma'am. No unauthorized entry. Access is restricted to people involved in the case.
What was that? I'm involved, aren't I? You couldn't get much more involved than me.
Well, yeah, but that's not what I mean. Ah!
It's been a while, Scruffy.
It's... Miss Von Karma!
Sister, please leave the investigation to me. My. Well, you certainly seem to have everything under control. I am on your side. I won't do anything you don't want me to.
As you work to pin the guilt on Iris.
What are you daydreaming about, Phoenix Wright?
Ow, that hurts, you know.
Silence. I, Franziska von Karma, will personally guide you through your investigation. So you will follow me.
She's not seriously gonna follow me around, is she?
That's fantastic news, Phoenix. Shut your damn mouth.
I wish she could be the assistant for all the games. Alright, let's go. Actually, surprisingly good construction for Gumshoe, to be honest. Things have certainly become a lot more hectic than before.
They must have commenced with the investigation.
Oh, Mr. Nick. That voice.
Pearls!
Mr. Nick. Mr. Nick. So you were here? Ever since that night?
I was so lonely I thought I was going to die. When I woke in the morning and saw that Dusky Bridge was gone, I realized I was all alone.
She was all alone?
It must have been very trying for you, little girl. I'm Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. There's no need to worry now that I'm here.
You're the prosecutor who was mean to Mystic Maya last year.
Well...
I don't like you. You're nothing but a little girl without your whip.
Holy shit. You're gonna get just dunked on by a little girl? Oh, fuck. This girl totally destroyed me.
Mystic Maya didn't do anything wrong, but you were so mean. I'll never forgive you.
It
looks like Pearl's words are getting under her skin.
Yeah, what are you whipping me for? I didn't say anything. You didn't have to. The smile on your lips gave you away.
Anyway, Pearls, weren't you with Maya?
I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
Huh? What are you talking about, Pearls?
Mystic Maya.
Hey, wait, Pearls. She just ran off.
Ow!
That was cruel, Phoenix Wright. To make a little girl cry like that is inexcusable. What was that all about? Pearl's acting like that. It's giving me the creeps. I guess I better take another look around since I finally got the chance. Especially since something about this place seems different than 2 days ago. Could it be the fact that this has obviously been used to dispose of something? There's a weird smell coming from that incinerator. Oh, I wonder what it could be. The door is also open, almost like it's begging me to look inside. Well, let's see what stunning clue is concealed in here, shall we? Huh? It's empty.
How naive of you, Phoenix Wright.
But it's a bit strange, don't you think? Franziska von Karma. I seem to remember. Yeah, oh wow, that's crazy. There was snow on this incinerator the first time I saw it. In other words, someone's been using it to burn something recently.
Listen, Phoenix Wright. It's impertinent to call people by their full name.
Really? I was only copying you. No comeback, huh? Phoenix Wright. What? And would you stop calling me by my full name like that? Was this once a prosperous port? A port? Yes, that metal hook is a mooring post for boats, you know. Oh, that. That's an anchor for one of the wires that's used to hold up the bridge. I think the wire was tied to this one was probably snapped when the bridge burned down. I mean, there's no way there was a port all the way up here. Don't get smart with me, Phoenix Wright. But I didn't say anything. Alright, anyway. There's nothing else, is there? Can we go over here now? There's a little gate that leads into the garden. It says no entry on the sign, though. Come now, Phoenix Wright, what are you doing? Let's go in. It's half open anyway, what harm could come of it? But it says no entry. Don't you Americans enjoy doing whatever you like and then simply say whatever? Damn, dude. True story. Maybe it's because I'm also European, but I'm just not along like, yeah, she's right, she's cooking right now. That has nothing to do with anything, and who told you that? No one has to tell you. You just see it. Well, you know, gee, I wonder if something's changed in here. What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Maya, she was supposed to be in here training. Yet it appears she's nowhere to be seen. Could it be that she's behind that gate? What's that? That strange lock. It wasn't there 2 days ago. This whole room is really giving off some strange vibes. It already was giving off strange vibes, but... This door. When I was here 2 days ago, this weird lock wasn't on it. Those chains. It's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. I've never seen a lock quite like this before. I have. I've seen locks and chains just like this before. They look like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a psyche lock. I wonder if this lock is guarding something too. Nah, can't be. This is definitely how you get haunted, though. By opening the lock. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. What do you think this yellowish poster is, Phoenix Wright? It's a scroll, not a poster. It's a picture of a woman who's actually... A woman? I don't see any woman here. Guys, it's obviously covered up. There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was here. Really? Is that so, Nick? No. It's not a different atmosphere, it's a different smell. Oh. A classic mistake right there. It's gravy. What's the matter? This scroll. It's been completely covered in gravy. Ah, yes, there is a very appetizing smell in the air. But gravy is a type of sauce. So when you run out of paint, you Americans use gravy as a substitute, I see. No, no one does that. For starters, it stinks. This must be the gravy we had with the roast on the night of the incident. But why would anyone do this? Why this scroll? What took you so long? I thought even you'd manage to get here faster than this, Mr. Trite. It's been so long. Ah. Finally reunited. Miss Prosecutor Godo, I didn't know you were here. Prosecutor? How come you didn't show up at the trial today? Huh. I could ask you the exact same question. Huh? But I had a cold, so I had something slightly more important than a common cold to deal with. The importance of which is something you have no hope of ever understanding. Enough. I believe I have the measure of you. You're the worst kind of prosecutor. What could be more important than a trial? Who's the wild mare, Trite? This is Miss Von Karma. She was the acting prosecutor in your absence today. Huh. Well, I guess I owe you one then. But you can go now, princess. It's time for the big boys to take the reins. Wow! Just who do you think you are? This case is mine. Hey, Philly, know your role and shut your mouth. I can't stand women like you. Yeah, we can't all be perfect, but... you know. I'm only gonna say this once, Lady von Whippingberg. Go home.
Phoenix Wright!
What are you hitting me for? Ha. You deserve more cracks of the whip than that, Wright. What? You still don't get it, do you? You don't realize that you've set something in motion you'll never be able to undo. There's something different about Godot today. I'm getting such a strong sense of something from that behind that mask of his. Is it anger? Or is it sorrow? You had some important business and that's why you weren't in court, huh? So what was it? I've told you once before, but perhaps you don't remember. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. You see, Trite, I've experienced something most have not. Death. You died? Of course, being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. The meticulous regeneration and adjustment of all your internal organs is... well, let's just say modern medicine allows us all to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me. So, you mean that mask you wear is this ugly device? I promise it's not a fashion statement, my unenlightened friend. Except that it's amazing. Without this, I can't see your frequently dumbfounded face. I didn't know. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Still, I keep this worn-out piece of junk of a body going with regular servicing. I would love to give your body regular servicing. I'm sorry, but you say you experienced death. How is that possible? What happened? Why don't you ask him? Huh? Me? Yeah, Trite. You should know all about it. You know when my life ended, and who ended it for me.
Well, Phoenix Wright, do you?
I don't know what he's talking about. Although, to be honest, I do feel a little tug at the corner of my memory. I think I do know about how Godot was killed. It will all become clear in due time. Isn't that right, Trite? Really, you said I've done something I can never undo. What do you mean by that exactly? The inner temple here on this side of Dusky Bridge is an isolated island. That's what Sister Bikini said too. And I wonder, Trite, do you know what the police are doing here today? What do you mean? They're searching. Searching for any trace of an acolyte who went missing. Missing? As leader of the search party, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Maya Fey is not on this side of Dusky Bridge. Huh?
But that's impossible. She came here that night and...
I won't say it again. The chances of her being here are nil. Excluding, of course, one very unique place.
One? Where's that?
Huh?
Where could it be?
The Sacred Cavern, the entrance of which we are standing at right now. This is the only place the search party has yet to explore.
So they haven't searched that cavern yet, huh? How could they, Nick? How could they have possibly?
Be aware, though, that the temperature inside frequently falls below freezing. Even if she were in there, the chances of her being found alive are slim at best.
No.
Which means, Trite, that you sent Maya Fey to her death.
You fool! If that's the situation, then why aren't you in there with a search party right now?
You must have blinders on, my equestrian angel. Don't you see the big lock and chains? It's a trick lock. I'm making preparations to open it as we speak. Well, Trite. Once again, a woman dies because of you. Once again? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was only 2 years ago, after all, when the last unfortunate woman died because of you. Because of me. And do you know who that was? It was Maya Fey's sister. That's right, Mia Fey. Mia? You killed her. No, that's not how it was. It was 2 years ago. Mia Fey was pursuing someone, a man. But she bit off more than she could chew. She made a very dangerous enemy. Yeah, that's for the one case I'll never forget. But I got that guy, personally. Sure, Mia Fey's murderer was caught. But that won't bring her back. Well, no, but you were with her at the time. You and no one else. It was your responsibility. You should have protected her. You say Mia Fey was your teacher. Well, then I'd say you've learned nothing, Trite. You robbed her of her life, and now you've let her sister suffer the same fate. I haven't sentenced Maya to death. No. What is this peculiar-looking lock? Why don't we just break it open? It would be a simple matter of... I'm afraid we can't do that. This area has always been prone to earthquakes. The repeated tremors have weakened the foundation of the training hall. Any excessive force used to break the lock would... Well, let's just say the inner temple in the sacred cavern would be a thing of the past. Have you never heard of wire cutters? Really have a hard time to imagine, or bolt cutters, more specifically. Have a really hard time imagining that breaking the chains with a bolt cutter would cause the place to cave in, but that's besides the point. Very well, then there I suggest the obvious solution of opening it with the key. Huh. Sure, just show me where the keyhole is on this trick lock. There's no keyhole. That's right, an interesting puzzle, huh? The person who set this lock is the only one who can open it. Then who was it? Simple, the accused. What? Iris. When an acolyte undergoes training inside the sacred cavern, the attending sister is responsible for locking the entrance. Obviously, the night of the murder was no exception. Maya Fey was to train in there. Right, but we've been told by Bikini that they are meant to watch the acolyte to make sure they don't die. So how could locking them in the sacred cavern possibly make that? How could it be possible to do that if they've locked them in the cavern? Sister Bikini did mention it a number of times now that I think about it. Locking them in there? She said Iris was left in charge of supervising the early stages of the training. Yes, but she's also said you're meant to watch them to make sure they don't die while they're doing the training. They can't do that if they've locked them in. This isn't true. So Iris, the accused, is the only one who can open this lock. I've arranged for her to be brought here now. Iris is the only person who can open this lock. I hope she gets here soon. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out. So, I should be getting back to work. Wait, Godo. How sure about Maya are you? There's no doubt in my mind. She's in the sacred cavern somewhere. It's the only place she could be. You'd better start praying. You'd better pray that friend of yours brings the accused back here soon. Edgeworth? Listen up, Trite. There's only one thing I want to say to you before I go. I'll never accept you. Never. You should choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix Wright. That's what everyone says. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. I guess I'll just have to do what I can for now. Anything going on with this chest? It's an antique dresser. Don't you dare open it, Phoenix Wright. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her not to touch things. What a pity. It's full of nothing but old clothes for the acolytes. I thought we weren't opening it. I'm from the prosecutor's office. I can do anything. Yeah, you can do anything, except stand up to a 9-year-old girl. Ooh, would you like to say that to her verbally? I don't know. Should I or shouldn't I? Sounds like someone's talking to himself, but where's that coming from? Yeah, I guess I better wash that off. That's what I'll do. No, but I can't do that. I'm a detective. Ah, my brain. This is driving me nuts. Ah! Is something troubling you, Scruffy? Please don't whip me like that all of a sudden, sir. It was merely a simple greeting, a friendly tap on the shoulder, with my whip. So what's up, Gumshoe? Is something on your mind? How did you know, pal? Perhaps you were trying to decide if... You were trying to decided. Perhaps you were trying to decided. Fucking $60 game? If you wanted to wash that off or not. How did you know, sir? Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. You can't go through that little gate there, okay? You mean the one that says no entry on it? I, kinda already snuck in there. Is he trying to be clever or something? So what's behind there, Scruffy? Huh? Kind of, garden-like garden. A garden? Yeah, anyway, it's under investigation right now, so keep out. I'm not telling you, I'm asking you, pal. You got me? Right. I'm going in then. Isn't it normally the other way around? Well, see you later. So, shall we adjourn to this garden? Phoenix Wright? Of course. What else would we do? I really want to know what Gumshoe was thinking of washing off.
You know, we got a bit of a conundrum here, don't we?
There's a strange feeling in the air. I wonder what it is. Well, we are being haunted now, but... Strange feeling. Forget about that. What's that strange writing on the stone lantern? Well, you see, it says Maya. What are you doing here, sir? I thought I said you can't come in here. Don't you know, Scruffy, Yvonne Karma will always show up wherever there is a clue. And there are plenty of clues to be found here. But... So how's the Inner Temple investigation going? We have the best forensic team in the world working the place. Forensic team? And what was the outcome of this scientific study? Nothing! Scientifically speaking, the place is as clean as a whistle. But there's blood on the lantern. That's simply not good enough, Scruffy. Do you think I'll let you get away with that? Uh-oh. Well, there was a couple of things that bothered me when I first got here, sir. A stone lantern in the surrounding area that's not covered in snow, correct? They looked kind of fishy to me, you know, scientifically speaking. So I got the lab boys to look them over. The results were... It's kind of hard to say, actually. I guess I better look into them myself. Yeah, let's just do that first. First, this is obviously the thing everybody's looking at. There's a charm or something poking out from the snow. It looks pretty old. There's a leather cord tied to it, too. Apparently it belonged to the victim. To Miss Elise? Yeah, there was a broken leather cord around the lady's neck. The ends of the cords found on both the victims and on this charm match exactly. Sounds to me like this little trinket is going to be my trinket to getting some very big answers. My ticket, not my trinket, whatever. What the heck is that? Uh-oh. You spotted it, huh, pal? Are you kidding me? It couldn't be more obvious. It says... Maya. Yeah, and before you ask, it's written in blood. You will answer all our questions now, Scruffy, without exception. Yes, sir. Well, this is odd. There's no snow on the ground here. And it's an almost perfect rectangle. It couldn't have happened naturally. Yes, it appears as though someone has carefully cleared away the snow. No doubt it was you, wasn't it, Scruffy? No, it wasn't me, sir. It was already like that when my men and I got here to start the investigation. If it wasn't the police, then who did it? Oh, gee, I wonder. Could it have possibly been the murderer? Oh yeah, there's something I need to tell you, just between the three of us, okay? What is it? It's top secret. You can't tell anyone, got it? Understood. Well, when I was a kid, I got knocked out of the local wrestling contest, you see. I was so disappointed I just picked up my mouthguard and cried all the way home. Man, I got in so much trouble when I left it on the couch.
Is that it?
That's it. Grr! Whoever cleared the snow away must have had a reason. Although I can't even begin to imagine what that reason could be. Could it possibly be the removal of evidence? Perchance? Possibly. About Maya. Oh, did Mr. Godo tell you yet? Yes, we heard. He's got a search party out looking for her, but there's nowhere else she could have disappeared to on this side of Dusky Bridge. All we can do is wait for Mr. Edgeworth to get here, pal. Edgeworth? He's escorting Iris, the defendant, over here.
We'll have to wait, since she's the only one who can open the door to the sacred cavern.
Oh, I think Mr. Edgeworth wants to talk to you about something too, pal. Huh? I wonder what it is. Just don't be expecting any good news when you talk to him. When I spoke to him, Mr. Edgeworth sounded so down I felt like I was drowning. Sounds pleasant. Maya. So these letters are written in blood? Yeah. What's worse is it's the victim's blood.
Huh? This is Miss Jumon's blood?
We haven't done a detailed analysis yet, but it's looking that way, pal.
Most interesting. Phoenix Wright, I presume you know, don't you? Why Maya's name is written upside down?
You know what? That was really bothering me too. But I just came up with the answer, the result of my own special gumshoe investigation.
Really? Do tell.
Well, on the night of the murder, that stone lantern was upside down.
Fucking obviously, dude. He's a genius. Anyway, there's really only one logical explanation to this mystery. Miss Elise wrote these letters herself, in her own blood. You must be joking. That's impossible. No.
From the writing in the victim's blood and the other clue, it doesn't say died instantly, does it? Loss of blood? That's generally something that takes a while. From the writing in the victim's blood and the other clues left behind, it seems pretty likely this garden was the scene of Miss Elise's murder. At least that's our current theory on how the events took place, pal.
What? So Miss Jumon was killed here?
However you want to look at it, that's what people are saying now.
Then, what Sister Bikini saw in the courtyard of the main temple was... Well, what was it? If that wasn't the scene of the crime, what did she see?
What do you think, Miss Von Karma?
Surely a special gumshoe investigation would reveal the answer, no? But wait a sec, the bloody writing and all the other clues here. Someone could have just easily set all that up after the murder, right?
Sorry, but that's not an option, pal.
Why not? No one could get here, Nick. How quickly you forget, Phoenix Wright. Ever since the incident occurred, this place has been completely inaccessible. Because Dusky Bridge was completely burned out.
I was overseeing repairs to the bridge the whole time. No one came over here before me and my men. Which means no one could have planted all this stuff here, pal.
I can't think of a counter-argument to that.
I knew it. I should have washed the blood off the lantern as soon as I got here.
Gotta say, you know, Gumshoe, being a real one again, was thinking about destroying evidence for us. If this really was the scene of the crime, then I need to figure out exactly what it was that Bikini actually saw.
Do you know what this is? That thing must have been worn on the
Oh no, he told us, didn't he?
There's no other way of looking at it.
You mean because of the matching leather cord found around the victim's neck?
Yeah, I bet it was one of those things she always wore. I got this safe driving charm I've been wearing for over a year now. If I ever get into an accident, it guarantees it'll be the other guy's fault. Isn't it supposed to stop you from having an accident in the first place?
Well, you know. You win some, you lose some. Edgeworth, are you here yet? Fuck. Fuck. Ah. It seems you have a visitor. Mr. Wright.
Iris, I'm really glad to see you. Godo managed to mobilize the police by claiming a state of emergency. Not him again. Never mind him, we gotta hurry and unlock the sacred cavern. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. It's my fault someone so important to you is locked in there. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later? Alright. Let's hurry to the inner temple then. I'll see you later, Wright. Wait, Edgeworth, I'm coming with you guys. Sorry, Wright, I can't allow you to come with us. What? I hate to be the one to break it to you, but Maya Fey is in a rather delicate position. What do you mean by a delicate position? This isn't simply a rescue operation, Wright, it's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere. Come on, Edgeworth. If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please understand, Wright. But it's Maya. Mr. Wright. All that matters is that Mystic Maya is rescued, correct? Listen to the voice of reason for a change, Phoenix Wright. From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge to be off limits. We'll be going now. Excuse us. This is no time to be standing around, Phoenix Wright. Aren't there other things that demand your attention? She's right. Thanks for reminding me. Hey Larry, you at Heavenly Hall yet? Oh wait, it just took me to the main hall, fuck. I just kind of clicked without really looking. Sister Bikini looks like she's shrunk some since I last saw her. Don't be so rude, Phoenix Wright. What's wrong, Sister Bikini? My, hello you two, how are you doing? Waha, waha, ha, ha, ha. From the sound of that sigh, I guess she's still pretty down. Iris was just here, you know. She was accompanied by that handsome crimson-clad prince. She's talking about Edgeworth. Who else? It was just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear, it's all my fault that this has happened. Poor Iris. She was so worried about my back, would you believe? What have I done to her? Only what you had to, sister. You bravely and truthfully testified about what you saw. There's no shame in that. And we'll see to it your testimony wasn't made in vain. Well, I don't hear anyone else saying that. Mr. Blue Suits doesn't seem to share your opinion, I see. Huh? Me? Glare. Oh, yes, you did great, Sister Bikini. Absolutely spectacular. Sniffle. You two are the only ones who have said that to me. I can't shake the feeling I just became a shill to a shrew. What the fuck? Do you have a problem, Phoenix Wright? Sure, she was brave to testify so truthfully like that, but I know she's still hiding something. Guess it's time to break those psyche locks first. Thank you for just telling me that it's time to do that. Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced Miss Elise had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity. What on earth are you talking about? She was... Mystic Elise was an author, just an author of a picture book. To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her. Suspicions? Yes. But I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves Miss Dumont's true identity. Fuck, we're going real hard right at the start. Huh? Oh, we have a separate health bar to Edgeworth. That's cool. Fuck. I clicked on the wrong thing. I think it's the charm, though, because it's got a Magatama on it, and we know it belonged to, Elise, but, like, that symbol is, you know, we've only seen them be associated with, you know, Fays up until this point. Miss Dumont had this charm with her at all times. Where did you... This isn't some cheap good luck charm, either. Then, what do you think it is, Mr. Wright? What could a talisman like that possibly mean? It's a talisman, is it? Interesting. Oops! This thing speaks volumes about who Miss Dumont really was. This talisman and one other item prove Miss Dumont's true identity. Fuck, another item? Not that photo. What is it? Picture of Elise? No. Fuck. Is it the scroll? Yes, okay. The painting is obscured by this gravy stain at the moment. But this scroll shows the master of the Quran channeling technique. The crest at the top is a sign of that honorable title. Oh, of course, it's got... I was just thinking of the Magatama, but there's all the other shit around it. The very same crest that adorns the talisman the victim carried with her. Ah! This crest is reserved for the master of Quran. Who on earth told you that nonsense? I've got no idea what you're talking about. The new master, Maya Fey, told me. What? You mean that acolyte is Misty Fey's daughter? Yeah, her name is Maya Fey. Are you sure? Yes. In fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Fey's sole successor. Mystic Misty! Too easy, brother. Mystic Elise graced us with her presence about a week ago. Then she showed me the talisman with the mark on it. When she showed me the talisman with the mark on it, I nearly fainted. No one had seen her since she disappeared 17 years ago, after all. What is the significance of this talisman, sister? The Quran talisman is the symbol of the master of Quran. The bearer must carry it with them always until their death. Until their death. So Elise was really Maya's mother, huh? She was Misty Fey, the master of the Quran channeling technique. Maya finally got to meet her mother again, and she didn't even know it was her before she died. The truth comes out at last. It looks like we're making some headway here. Tell me, sister. After 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now? Because something happened to call her out of hiding. What happened? Well... what's happening? It can't be. Earthquake! Ah! My goodness, the inner temple. This kind of tremor might... The inner temple? The sacred cavern in the training hall. It might very well cave in. What? Maya! I thought I was going to say to be continued 100% there. It seems to have passed. We can't just stand here and do nothing. Let's go. What? Where? To the inner temple, of course. Where else? Sister Bikini, we'll finish this later, alright? Of course. You run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready. Come on then, Phoenix Wright. They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. Thank you. Right at that moment I had the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's alright. Oh, that's not gay. You're more worried about him than Maya? You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth? Come on, let's go. Yes, strange. We gotta hurry to the inner temple and... Right. What are you doing here? Gah. How could I have... How do you expect us to understand if you don't speak up? Youch, hey, what am I getting whipped for? She's gone. No. The defendant, Iris, she's gone. Gone where? She fled. She escaped. What? So, it was just now, during the... It's easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness, his fear of earthquakes. I should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes, and I stupidly passed out. That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it? That's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. I can't believe I let it happen. Right, the inner temple area is a dead end, so she could have only escaped to this side. We haven't seen her. Then we need to get a manhunt underway now and search Eagle Mountain from top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth. Have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous, why would I? The inner temple is like an island, there's no way to escape but to cross. No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the quake. Then you think Iris might have gone to the inner temple to check on the situation? Listen, Edgeworth. I'm sure that she's at the inner temple. A manhunt's not necessary. Right. Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall, Sacred Cavern. Alright, let's go. Fortunately, the Sacred Cavern hadn't caved in. But what we found was something none of us could have ever expected. How can there be even more locks? What is the meaning of this? Iris! Iris, please tell me. What the hell is going on? Dun 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 dun. Things do just get more difficult by the minute, don't they?